Did you want to go? Okay. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Monday with Ginell. I am your co-host, Kat, the night editor.
Do it more sexy.
You
They
want me
like,
to-
yeah, they like
You
it
want me
when
to? You want me to do it sexy?
they all, look, you
But-
do the sexy intro, people immediately start showing up.
Oh, you're into it when I act sexy around other women, huh? Now, is this we're competing, or is it that we're friends?
I'm good either way. I like the sexy voice too, honestly. I think it's rad. You can really pull off the sexy voice.
Okay.
Okay, well, so welcome the listeners to Monday
Right now,
night.
I'm squeaking.
So welcome the listeners to Monday Night with Ginell,
Okay.
and tell them that they've got to tell all their friends to tune in as well, or you'll whip them.
Or I will whip them. Oh, okay. Well, what if Ginell was to whip them?
You both
Oh,
can.
Okay.
I'm a voyeur. I like
You're
to
a voice.
watch.
Oh, okay. So Ginell likes to watch. Okay. Well, hello, everyone out there. It's Monday night. I'm sure you've all had a really hard day at work, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Because tonight is Monday with Ginell. I am your co-host, Kat, the night editor. I have with me, as always, our favorite alien in a human suit.
Hello. How are you?
And of course is the lady of the evening, our very own Ginell.
I can't do sexy, so hi. I
People didn't
can't
tell-
because I'm trying not to.
You didn't tell them that you'd
I
whip.
haven't done
okay.
it yet.
Okay.
I have to introduce people.
Okay.
You know, you have to have introductions so that people know who to expect. And that's right, everyone. We have 3 of us here tonight. That's it. We have a threesome. And I know you want to get in on this threesome. So go out there, like and subscribe, and tell your friends so that we all can get in on the fun. If you don't, I may have to break out my whip. And Janelle's already said that she likes to watch.
Yep.
Oh,
Spankings
yeah.
for everyone.
Paddling.
With or without spikes.
Ooh, spikes. We can, and I can go hard or soft. I can be really rough when I want to be. Did I mention I have a garage filled with tools?
Ooh.
Yeah, but they look more like the kind of thing that you would use on a droid.
But they're power tools.
Exactly. I think it's the kind of thing that you would use to do BDSM with a droid.
That is really interesting, and I wouldn't mind seeing a Tumblr piece of artwork on that now.
That would be pretty awesome. Don't make me break out my belt sander. I could probably do that all night, but anyway.
Well, maybe you should just kind of break into it at random through the night to keep people listening.
I can do that.
Well, you guys should do a stream one night. I've said you guys should get the sexy romance books out and just have Kat read. Like not the crazy Amazon ones, but like the old school 1970s Harlequins. There's got to be some
totally.
somewhere.
I could totally do that, and I wouldn't be there are some things where I try to read it straight and just the vapid airhead voice like sneaks in. I don't think I could do that with the Harlequin romance stories.
Yeah, those are kind of hard not to start giggling and making fun of. I'm thinking in my head the descriptions now, the moist soft cave, his
Yes.
turgid member. Like Jesus.
Is it impalement upon his turgid staff?
Yes.
That was the line that got me kicked out of the public library for life.
Ginell,
Yes.
click the link.
Okay.
This better not. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, it's not allowing me to click.
Really?
No, I can't. It won't
Oh
let me
yeah,
do
it
it.
won't in the
Or
thing.
you have to cut and paste it?
I think
Oh
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up.
Although
Well, I would post this for everyone to see, but it would definitely get the stream banned.
Okay,
you
hold
know,
up.
speaking of the Harlequin romances, besides thinking of impalement upon his Turgid staff, because that line is just still hysterical.
Where did that come from?
I think it was Clan of the Cave Bear.
Okay, because that is infamous.
Yeah, that I believe it was Clan of the Cave Bear. It was the latest book at the time, which was the 5th book, and when I was in a junior in high school, and the library had just gotten it, and we were reading it, and we were laughing so hard they kicked us out and wouldn't let us come back. They're like, unless you have an actual paper to write for school, you're not allowed back in the library. But besides that, I always think of the opening scene from Romancing the Stone.
It won't. It says this site can't be reached.
Okay, hold on. I'll edit the picture and share it.
Oh, like, come on. Let me see it.
The suspense is killing us, Ishii. Oh my, what is it that you're sharing with her and you're keeping from the audience?
Oh, I can't wait. I read the title. It's like, oh, okay.
All right.
We're off to a great start this evening. This is awesome.
These are the best starts.
Okay, well, I've got
Okay.
to edit this slightly so I can share it. So just you two just make noises.
Harple says less soppy romance nonsense. We want to hear more about gadgetry.
Hey, real quick, speaking of sexy art with boobs, people should go check out JEC's Instagram and
Oh,
see
yeah,
his
isn't his
pissant
art amazing?
apocalypse, because the chick with the short skirt, the wrap, and the long hair has some of the most fantastic tits I've ever seen on a comic book character.
JC, post a link and I'll share it.
Yes, please, because
I
I don't know if I'm following you, and I don't.
You should be.
Yeah, I should be.
And you can read his comic.
Yeah, that
Yes.
comic is rad.
We're gonna get him on. We need to get you on, dude, so we can talk about your comic, and it needs to be published.
Yes,
Are
I
you
will
blacking out
gladly
the
buy.
nipplage? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
No, you will gladly buy.
I will gladly buy a trade paperback of it if he puts it out, or digital if he's going to put it out digital. But I'm one of those old-fashioned people that prefers hard copies.
I agree. It's very hard to read digitally for me. I just prefer a hard copy. Okay.
Okay. Ishii is naming a image. This is the image he was trying to share, and now he's going to share with everyone and
Nikki.
without protection. No, I take that back. It does have protection. If it didn't, we'd probably get banned.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the reason I erased Saturday's 3-hour stream was because we got so damn spicy. I did not want the YouTube censors to actually listen to it and ban the channel. Because, yeah, this show got really spicy.
We got hot.
And I missed it. Well, like I said, the three of us were in our PJs playing video games all day.
Well, we'll just say that the comments a lot of them revolved around. I had said the sacrilegious thing of saying that Harvey Milk was overrated because they essentially treat him like a religious icon.
Ooh, gotcha.
And
Okay.
no, he definitely deserves props for what he did, but he's not Jesus. Come on.
Oh, no, I know. I think it's just because he was a representative that came out of San Francisco is why he gets so much praise. I mean, there's been others that have come out of other states, but apparently if you say you're from San Francisco, you get more play.
Yeah. And then the other one was Kat read something.
What was it that I read?
The new inclusion flag.
Oh dear God, yes. Oh my God. One of you out there, you wonderful listeners, who I can't remember who it was. I'm very sorry. Asked if what we thought of the new inclusion flag, and it's like, this is something we need to investigate, and investigate we did.
Have you seen this thing, Ginell?
No, honestly, I've been living under like a political rock at this point now. The only thing I've been paying attention to is the Rittenhouse trial.
That's okay. That's probably the most important thing to be paying attention to right now.
Well-
Yeah,
the
that's why
fallout
I've been
from
paying
it.
attention to it. I'm really like interested to see how things are going to go forward.
Well, he has been
There it
given a
is.
pass on the gun charge.
Oh, speaking of,
Which-
did you see the prosecutor point the gun with his finger on the trigger at the friggin' jury?
Yes.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know how to use a gun. I've never handled a gun in my life. And even I know trigger discipline. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, you don't even do that. You point down with your finger off the trigger. Oh, sorry. Like, that just, wow, that is really garish. I was not
That is
expecting that.
thoroughly hideous. The thing is the original rainbow flag had an aesthetic to it. It had a design. There was intention and thought behind why the colors were chosen and why the rainbow. It had a double meaning. Partially the reference to the hanky code, which only back in the 70s only the gays knew, and also the reference to Friends of Dorothy. Brilliant. And over the years, it's been hijacked to become this hideous
Monstrosity.
abomination of prismatic vomit.
I was going to say, why don't they just make, I know because I'm good, because it's the color or absence of color, depending on pigment or light, but just make it white because that's all colors together.
Well, see, the thing was, it was the gay pride flag.
Yeah.
But
And
somewhere along the lines, black and brown ethnicity became a sexuality, apparently.
Oh, and the other thing that black and brown stand for, which I don't know if I
What can-
find it hysterical or absolutely offensive.
What brown can do for you?
Well, kinda. Do you remember what black and brown stand
No,
for?
I was too traumatized.
HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
oh, those are not good colors for representing that illness and
Okay.
its mutation into a worse illness.
Yes.
So the image.
Oh God, I love it. I love it. So you drew this? I love it. Issue, this is so good. I wanna morph it a little bit and make it my Christmas card this year to send people. Put a little Santa hat on her and him, have a little Christmas tree in the corner.
He did actually do a Christmas card in this style.
Okay,
Oh
let me
my
go
gosh.
get that.
Have
gonna
him
get-
tied up in lights.
Oh, that's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So
So
I'll
that's
grab
about
this
that.
image, but you two have to keep talking because otherwise it's going to bore the hell out of the audience. Say something sexy.
Okay. I was gonna say I was gonna have
what?
Steve look at it, and then Chris just barged in the room. I had to turn the computer.
Like, not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he needs to get a little older before he sees such object or artwork, I suppose.
Objects, yes.
Objects.
Knowing his sense of humor now, though, when he's old enough to understand that concept, he's going to laugh his ass off when he sees stuff like that.
Yes, he will.
Yes.
That kid is smart. I'm just gonna be honest. That kid's smart.
I know he's sometimes too smart for his own good. But can I do some mom bragging right now?
Sure.
So he did his the fall semester testing to see where he is in like reading comprehension and mathematics and stuff, and he came out 97 percentile for reading and 92nd percentile for math. But the teacher told us that he was obviously bored of the test and wasn't trying too hard. So that makes me wonder what his test scores would have been if he was actually trying.
Wow. Yeah, that's mom bragging rights right there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. Because I was like, okay, those are good numbers. And then she was like, yeah, but he wasn't trying. So we don't even think those are his real numbers. And I was like, oh, really? It's like, well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Dude, yes, bragging rights.
Okay, so you asked
Yes.
about the
Cool.
Christmas card. The caption
Love
is
it.
even better.
What was the caption? I don't remember.
Guess where the plug goes?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. That is a good Christmas card, especially with the caption.
And this actually technically shouldn't be okay, but it doesn't show anything.
I like the clang, clang, clang.
I've got a whole series of artwork like this that I eventually will publish.
I was gonna say you need to publish that because I would have that on my coffee table
This?
to freak out my guests. Seriously.
Yeah, I've got it's I should just get the damn thing done. It's so close to completion, like so many of my projects.
I was gonna say you need to get everything done because everything you come out with and everything that you've been working on is so brilliant.
Well, the thing is, I think now that I'm away from my parents, it's gotten so much easier.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I would say so from the stuff that we've talked about. God, I love this one.
Thank you. That's one of my favorites.
That one's really good. That's got a nice cyberpunk feel to it.
Well, I've got this entire series of these robots, and it's called Friends Electric after Gary Newman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just all this really bizarre art I cooked up over about, a 3-year period.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it was just me dealing with what was going on at the time. But I would just sit down and, scribble my brains out, and this is what... And I wouldn't think about it. I would just, whatever came out, that's what I got.
Real quick, Wolf 10 says it reminded him of the Humpbot from Robot Chicken, and like, no, actually, that's a gonk from Star Wars.
Well, yeah, I call them
I
gonks.
can never let my son see that. That's his favorite robot from Star Wars. He'd be traumatized.
Really?
He loves gonks because they're walking batteries.
Well,
Yeah.
I
So their
think gonks are
utility.
hysterical because it's just a box with legs. Your entire purpose in life is to be a walking battery.
I know. I think that's kind of cool. I like the fact that they were made out of a trash can too. Like, it was the
Mhm.
most simple thing they could come up with.
Okay.
And even though I probably will never go there in person, I do appreciate the fact that at Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, they do have a big pile of gonks.
Do
there.
they really?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, I might actually have to. Like I said, my son's not really into Star Wars, but he likes the droids. And honestly, if Chris said he wanted to go to Disneyland, it would probably be like bad people and go. But it would be for my kids, so I would take the punishment.
It's for your kid,
Like
it's understandable.
we try our best, but it's like we still somewhat support Marvel because Chris, loves the Scarlet Witch, so he's really excited for No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness. And I'm like, yeah, we'll take him to see those because he's going to be very happy about that.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah, that's the Doctor Strange movie. It's going to be the first Marvel horror movie where Scarlet Witch is the villain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If it ever comes out, apparently just continually gets delayed.
That's why it's called Mom. It's trying to get the title before Marvel did.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Speaking of Mom, I was trying to explain it to Steve, and like he asked me, was the art at least decent? And I was like, nah. I said, you can hear when Kat and Ishii talk about it, their hearts and their minds just breaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, you're glitching. Speaking about
it's so bad.
Well, no. It's awful because there are certain panels where it's like, well, on a technical level, yes, the artist can draw. Yes, this person understands anatomy. They understand facial expression. They can do dynamic angles. I mean, if you're going on a panel by panel basis, yes, the artist can draw. But the comic as a whole, oh fuck no, it's terrible.
Hey, JEC said Sam Raimi is directing the new Doctor Strange movie. They just announced massive reshoots. You know what? I'm not surprised because for No Way Home, they brought him to take over and reshoot that movie with the director. They got rid of him.
Really?
So, yeah, having Sam Raimi come in because he's an actual horror director and they really want a true horror film for Multiverse of Madness. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, mostly for my
Same.
son.
We'll
Well,
see.
Yeah.
especially with Doctor Strange. I mean, yeah, he can add a lot to that character.
I think I actually am very optimistic over No Way Home because he was able to get Willem Dafoe to come back, Alfred Molina, Tobey Maguire's coming back, Andrew Garfield's coming back, but that also means that you have to have Jamie Foxx's Electro, but also Thomas Hayden
Uh,
Church's Sandman. So that's how the multiverse, it all's supposed to happen at the same time. Doctor Strange casts his spell while Wanda goes nuts and Loki breaks the timeline, like all happens at once.
It was going to be the first Marvel horror movie, but Kevin Feige is reshooting it to remove that. To remove that?
No. That was the whole reason it was going to be awesome, was it was actually going to be a horror film.
No.
I was really excited about that because my son was excited to see his first horror film.
I want Deadite Doctor Strange.
Hell
well,
yes.
a good horror film for kids to start out with is The Gate.
Yes.
That's a little too much for my kid. Like we started with Ghostbusters horror comedy,
okay.
which
Okay,
we're
that
taking
works,
him
that
to
works.
see this weekend with his friends. We're
Well,
taking
The
him and
Gate's
his
kind of
friends.
funny.
It's funny, but and then
Yeah.
the demons start showing up, and you know
It stuck with me, and I
Yeah.
was younger than Chris than when I first saw it. So
Okay, got a few more friends electric since you like these.
Speaking of The Gate, Kat, after we
Yeah.
had that conversation about the Halloween movies, like and The Gate and stuff, I
yeah.
dreamt about The Gate. I dreamt that it was in the park outside of my parents' house.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh shit, you got it. I woke up, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
No. No, none of that.
Oh, I also want to mention about this drawing. I love how they speak in barcode, and even the graffitis in barcode. I've been noticing that. That's pretty awesome. Obey the
Thank you.
toaster.
Yes, obey the toaster.
Okay, a few others. See, she's nude. Let's see.
I love it.
I think this was the first one I did, actually.
I think it was too.
And the joke is, he's got a soda, but no mouth.
Although my favorite still was it Nycad head?
Oh, yeah, Nycad face?
Nycad face,
Oh,
yeah.
you want me to grab that one?
Yeah, that one's still my favorite.
This one, he doesn't have a mouth either. What is this poor robot doing to himself? Oh, I love the big guy in the background.
Oh, yeah, the walker.
Yes. Trying to think what it reminds me of, because it almost looks like was that influenced by Mobius drawings? For some reason, I'm getting Inco vibes off this picture.
No, not really.
And
I think
Invader Zim vibes.
it was a little bit influenced by Appleseed.
Ah, that's such a good anime and manga. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
Yes.
But no, it's just, like I said, this was kind of mental vomit. It was whatever came out.
Well, you vomited out gold, man. Like this is great.
Thank you. Well, it's sort of got a story to it, and I was thinking of the way I would publish it. It would be like this psychologist or sociologist's guide to the roboculture around this city. Or,
I like that one too.
Neotropolis.
That one too.
That's Nycad face.
Yeah.
And the whole plot was that world peace had been achieved, and prior to world peace being achieved, there had been this massive war between two soda companies, and there was the Great Soda War. And then finally, the nations of the world said, we're sick of your shit, and they had peace. But they had a surplus of robots after that that they didn't know what to do with.
No.
So here's the
Minty
soda war.
flavor, more refreshing. These are phenomenal. I love it.
And so, I was going to have a whole thing about, okay, you remember the old term in, I guess, BBSs and modems? There was always a baud speed. No one talks about it anymore.
I am computer illiterate. You'd need my
Oh.
husband for that. No, the only reason I know about some technological stuff is because Steve has taught it to me.
Well, back in the day, as they say, there was modems were measured by baud speed, BAUD. And I have 2400 baud. Oh, that's a big deal. Nowadays, it's like nothing, right? So one of the things that was a development of the robot culture was vaudeville.
Yes.
I love it, vaudeville. Oh my god, that's good. That is a good pun.
So, and then there's just the park.
That one's my favorite.
This is NICAD face.
I like the mohawk. It's Freddy Krueger fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to have it as a sociologist writing about this bizarre robot culture of all these robots that were left over from the war, and now are kind of in this weird digital ghetto.
You have so much friggin' talent, Ishi. You need to publish this for real. Like, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. This is really good stuff.
Okay. I had wanted to do it last year, and then we moved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got enough for a book now. I really, my plan was for the Indiegogo, as I'd sell the original art pieces.
Oh.
To fund it. So anyway, I'll leave this one up since that's Kat's favorite. Let's see what's going on here.
What are people saying? La 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 la.
Ooh, Fair Maiden White. Yes, you have the right idea.
Well,
she says that you should have a t-shirt and a phone case with him on it. I would buy a shirt with him on it.
I know you've had at least one of them on Redbubble. Is that still up, or did that get taken down?
It is such Redbubble is so damn baffling. I mean, they just keep taking my artwork down, claiming it's offensive or whatever. I don't know anymore.
But they kind of shadow ban it where it's taken down, but it's not.
Isn't Redbubble based? Aren't they a UK company? Aren't they more strict on what you're supposed to put out there compared to like Teespring and stuff?
That I don't know. I thought they were based in Seattle, which might as well be the same thing. I know that a company that they did absorb but let be autonomous is TeePublic, and they're great. In fact, TeePublic makes a point of reaching out to creators constantly, saying, how can we improve our ability to sell your stuff? How can we do promotions with you? How can we help out? I mean, they are, every time I've contacted them, they've been so nice to creators, the nicest of any of them. I mean, I know a lot of people like Teespring, and I've used them before, and I have no real complaints, but TeePublic's amazing.
I think I got my 2 shirts, the No Safe Space and God and Guns from TeePublic when you guys had those up. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually used to make quite a bit of money from Redbubble until they started censoring the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
They really, really didn't like my anti-communist stuff, including the Kekistani tour. What is it? Kekistani helicopter tours.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And it shows a helicopter with somebody being thrown out of it.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe that became offensive? Wasn't it literally supposed to be the way orcs would laugh in World of Warcraft? That's where Kek came from.
Kek.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I don't understand how that got twisted into something that's now representative of white supremacists.
Oh, I can tell you. Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I hate that woman.
Hillary Clinton. It was her and the ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center, because it was a joke that all the anti-SJW people and all the Trump people were doing. So they had to be convinced that somehow it was racist. Just like they were convinced Harambe was racist. They didn't know how. But damn it, he was racist.
I remember that. That was one of the biggest reaches I've ever seen.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let me share the link for you. And with all Redbubble designs, you can get it in everything. If it's a t-shirt, you can get it elsewhere on the site as a coffee cup or whatever. Here you go.
I need to copy that. I am going to get it.
But yeah, 01 Graphics on Redbubble has a ton of my art. And here's one as a coffee cup. Now, I should probably just do an entire Friends Electric account, I suppose. But yeah, there was a period in which just like it seemed like everything I put on Redbubble got yanked down.
Yeah, and it was really stupid too.
Yeah, it didn't make any damn sense. But anyway, let's see. Let's have we need a topic.
Okay.
I mean, we're just talking about my artwork right now. We need a topic.
Well,
But that's a good topic.
Okay.
It's a Monday BS session. We're just having fun. It's flowing organically.
Okay.
Oh, and she did a sexy voice for it too. Yay!
Yes.
No, say it sexier.
What, do you like things to flow organically? Do you like it to flow fast or slow? I got nothing more.
Okay.
I can probably take it in more directions, but
okay. And if you guys are really interested, here is the here's the Redbubble account that has most of my artwork on it, as well as quite a bit of 01 merchandise.
Yes.
Which I guess we haven't done a great job of promoting. So.
Ooh, thoughts on the new X-Men 97? Story time with Yang Yan. Oh, I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. Yang Yan. Is it Zhao?
X-Men 97? I have no idea what that even is.
Oh, they're continuing on with the old X-Men cartoon. Disney's going to restart it, and it's going to start in 1997.
Really?
We're fucked.
Yeah. And I told Steve it's going to be a hot pile of shit because it's Disney.
Yeah. It's just going to be crap.
Oh, and they're doing a She-Hulk too?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's really bad when I've been slowly building my bad comics collection, and truth be told, it's not really that they're all bad. I mean, a vast majority of them are, but a few of them, it's just I got them because they're batshit, like the Jimmies.
Kick him in the Jimmy.
But I finally got my issue of Legends of the Dark Knight. I can't remember what number it is, sorry, but it's the one with Batmite. And I was like, it got me excited for comics again. It really legitimately did. It's like this book is like 20 years old and it's getting me excited about comics. And what it was about, it's a one-shot of this drug-addled 2-bit thug telling Batman, no man, I'm gone straight. I'm not going to do drugs anymore. I'm not going to commit crimes. I'm not going to do anything anymore. No. I'm going straight. And this is why. I saw this little elf that was dressed like you completely kill all of my friends. And it's all about how he saw Batmite, and Batmite just like killed all of his friends and then took him to the Batmite world in order to like show him how his actions affected people, and then told him to go find Batman and repent. And you don't know if if Batmite is real or if he's a figment of this guy's drug-addled fantasies. And quite frankly, you don't need to know. It's just a fun read, and it's
Well,
gotten
the
me
art's great.
and the art's just absolutely fantastic. And then I was reading in the letters section at the back of the book, thinking, oh, okay, there's got to be some good things here. And they were all raving over the previous story arc, and it like hit all of my buttons of why haven't I read this before. And it was a Two-Face story written by Matt Wagner. Why don't I have this?
No way! I didn't know Matt Wagner wrote for DC for Batman. So this is Legend of the Dark Knight or Legends of the Dark Knight?
Yeah, Legends of the Dark Knight. It was from the 90s. I'll get you the specific issue number, but it was like apparently a 3-issue story arc with this. And it's like, why is this thing not in my life yet?
That sounds amazing. Since we've been organizing our comics, we've been going back through our long boxes and putting them into shorter boxes so we can store them in the den. And I don't know if I told you, I think I told Ishi, but I found Steve's Valiant Harbinger trade paperback from 1992 still wrapped in its packaging because he refused to open it because he wanted to sell it, but now we're just keeping it. But I found all of his old Valiant when it was still run by Jim Shooter. And I forgot how good comics really were.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like we never knew we had it so good.
Yeah, until we lost it all. And I mean, I totally understand why kids read manga because I would too.
Mm-hmm. No, I do. I'm currently collecting Die Dark by the same creator of Dorohedoro, and it has not quality has not dropped. It's still amazing.
I actually watched Dorohedoro season 1 on Netflix, and I was in hysterics for all 13 episodes. That is a fantastic story.
Oh, you got to read the book.
Boing, boing.
You got to read the book.
Boing, boing.
The book.
Are you talking about Noi?
Yeah.
Noi and Nikaido. Nikaido's quite busty as well, especially when she turns into a cooking demon.
Well, I was actually thinking more of when what was it? The one with the skull mask.
Oh, the one that gets her face ripped off.
Oh,
When she
Ibisu.
when she wants to compete with Noi.
Yes.
Yes. Doesn't she get an enchantment and then they deflate at the end in like the most gruesome fashion?
That might be how they did it in the manga. I'm sorry, in the anime. I actually haven't seen the anime yet. In the manga, it was part of her outfit for the ball.
That's right. I just remember, like, all this gruesome shit always happens to that poor girl.
Yes.
I mean, she kind of has it coming with her behavior, but holy shit. That is it. That is a really good example of a dark comedy. Like,
yes.
Japanese dark comedy. It's funny. I miss good stuff like that. I was so glad that you guys introduced me to Dorohedoro because it was on my radar and it just popped up on Netflix when I was just surfing for something to watch in the middle of the night, and I ended up binge watching it within like 2 days. It was that good.
You know, not like anyone really needs to know this, but Kat once told me that if Noi were real, she'd be perfectly fine with the three of us having a threesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at her. I mean, there's enough to go around.
She also admitted to me that if she ever got a robot body, she'd want it to look just like Noi, but with bigger boobs.
Yeah, that's true.
That would look pretty smoking hot. That needs to be drawn. People, or Ishi, you too. I want to see these drawings. Let's get it done, people.
Need to be drawn. Well, when I was drawing more often and I had aspirations of being a comic artist, I tended to
No,
draw a lot of.
aspirations. You did it.
Well, I did do
You
it,
did.
but
You worked with me and did 2 graphic novels and a Catwoman story.
that is very
You
true.
were a
What?
comic artist.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's very
You need to
true.
tell me what issue you worked on so I can go find it.
Oh,
Like,
it's
right
a
now.
Batman Giant Size 80.
Okay.
Story's
Steve-O.
incomprehensible,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Ignore the story. Look at our beautiful artwork.
Batman
there,
Giant Size 80. Can you write that
Correct.
down for me, baby? Because I don't have a pen. I'm making Steve do my work for me. Okay,
and I would have to say it's some of my best artwork as well.
I would agree.
I
Totally.
cannot believe that you guys did. I know that you guys worked for DC, but I didn't know you guys were doing like in
There's
the
some of our
Batman
artwork
universe.
on near DeviantArt.
Maybe. It's just I don't know. It really is frustrating. I'm obviously doing something wrong. I think it's just my lovely personality, but frankly, I think I should be known. We should be known better than we
Well,
are.
you need to have personalities like me.
Yeah.
I know I say this all the time, but it blows my mind that you guys aren't in top tier. And I do think it's because of your personalities, but not in a bad way. You guys don't take anybody's shit and you don't kiss ass and you tell the truth. And there's so many sycophants in the industry these days. It's just one big circle jerk. And you guys were like, ew, gross. That's why I would like you guys to lead the charge on the indie run, like join with everybody. Because, yeah, it blows my mind that you guys aren't top tier. Seriously.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
We
sure
really thought
everybody
that
else in the chat agrees with me. You guys
we
should
thought
be
that
up
once
there.
we did the Catwoman story, that okay, this would be the cred that would kind of push us over the edge, and people would start noticing.
Instead. Oh, wait, is this where Jim Lee fucked you guys over?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Wow.
Here's an image.
Wait, okay, so
This is
wow,
concept art that I
Ishii.
did for them to show them what it would look like.
Wow. That is beautiful. I'm loving the razor wire and like the like smoggy snow, like you tell it's polluted. And you've got that nice like rundown art deco of Gotham. Dude,
Right.
seriously, you guys should be a top tier. This is killing me.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it just came down to, one, my lovely personality, and two, it really does have a lot to do with who you know and how well you're able to go to the bar and smooze with people. And like I said, we've got the credentials. We've got the talent, but yeah, I mean, it clearly, the way that things are ran right now, neither of those really are what they want. I mean, at one point, they were talking about us doing Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
And,
oh my God, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, Jim Lee then said, nope, no non-standard art. And that was the end of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, even the editor, I don't know, no traction. None at all.
That's unbelievable. I can't believe that you guys got screwed because Jim Lee's PP couldn't take having better art than his own. Like, seriously.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's just different kinds of art. But yeah.
No, I think he likes his PP touches for his ego. That's just me, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not literally. I mean that he's got to, everybody's got to feed his ego. I mean, everybody was kissing his ass so hardcore at Marvel. And then he thought he could do no wrong in Image with the other guys who also thought they couldn't do. I shouldn't say that. I think Silvestri and McFarlane were smart enough to see the writing on the wall and pivoted and just kind of went their own direction. But yeah, like Wolf's Portasio, Rob Liefeld, who is the only one I know of that actually learned his lesson. But I mean, in my opinion, those guys had their asses kissed so much in the late 80s and the 90s that they cannot handle having somebody be better than them. That's just me, though.
Okay.
No, I think you're right. I definitely think you're right.
But yeah, I realized very early. Yeah, I don't know. At one point, I realized that a lot of where getting ahead had to do with going to bars and being able to rub elbows in the appropriate way with famous people or people that ran things. And you know my personality. And also I didn't deal well with loud noise. I didn't really like crowds. My PTSD was a lot worse back then too. So yeah, it just was not my thing, and I think that was really the biggest obstacle.
I just remember this. Actually, I think it was the year this came out. We went to the Hyatt for Comic-Con Saturday night, and it's like, okay, this is the place where you go and you schmooze and you hobnob and you shake hands and do all that good stuff. And Kevin Smith was holding court.
Oh God.
And no. We walked in, you took one look around the room and you said, we're leaving. Like it was Event Horizon. Like that was it.
Yeah. And I'm sure if I went in there and, got on my knees and sucked his dick, I probably would have gotten further in my career. I'm sure of that actually.
I wouldn't want to suck that dick. How many
Yeah.
gross people have sucked that dick?
But on top of that, there was also the movie deal thing in which we weren't very cooperative. And I think that was another strike against us, is that we just didn't bend over for Hollywood.
Well, we didn't bend over the way they wanted us to bend over. There are other ways that they obviously didn't care. It was just seeing how far they could go. But yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, what it was that I know that our publisher at the time just wanted to get a movie deal. They didn't care. And the fact that we wouldn't go along with, being screwed.
View Comics Online.
Yeah. And we've told the story about how they tried to screw us every way they could in that deal. I mean, we needed a lawyer just to get $5,000 we were owed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were paying the script writer, what was it, $50,000 or something?
Something like that. He had
for a spec script.
He had a big budget film that year, and since he was like the hot
shit. It was Christian Gattagos.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, my book, and they can't even pay me the $5,000 option.
Oh, there it is.
You see what I mean?
I don't know how you guys did it. Like, I would have torn my hair out just dealing. I would have. Yeah, I would have walked away too.
Lawyer. Honestly, we had a bulldog for a lawyer.
And I think that was another reason, is we had such a good lawyer, and that kind of pissed them off too. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I mean, maybe someday I'll make the right friend. I don't know.
Well, you know what? With the way internet and social media and everything is now, you don't really need that anymore. I can't talk. Hold on.
It's okay. I'm totally there.
So many people have been able to, wow, that's gorgeous.
I'll just kind of go through the art. Like I said, I think this is our best we did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that advertisement in the back.
And we worked our ass off on this.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I need to go hunt this down.
But yeah, like for instance, with, I will say, ComicGate, there was all that hype about different books, and everyone was constantly bitching about how nobody's book was coming on time.
Mm-hmm.
And that books were overpriced. How much were they paying for a 40-page book?
Mm-hmm.
Or a 30-page book? People were bitching about how expensive that was. And yet, we were delivering for $20 full graphic novels, delivered on time. Did any news source even mention it?
No.
Did we even get included on any of the Comicsgate family memes?
No.
You see what I mean? It was the same thing. It was who you knew. It was who your friends were.
Well, I gotta say, when the bigger names came into Comicsgate, they really did take it over from the actual indie people, because there was a lot of people that were complaining about that, saying we were here first, not saying that they wanted to take a slice of the pie away from them, but just saying, like, stop saying that you guys are the ones that started it, because we were all here first. And I understood that.
Well, that wasn't really. I understood why the bigger people got the attention. I mean, that makes
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
sense. Now, what annoyed me was that the complaints that were always going around was that the books were too expensive and they were never delivered on time and the quality wasn't great. We nailed all three. Great writing, great art. You were getting, again, for $20, you were getting anywhere between 120 to 150 pages.
Mhm.
And your books arrived, a month after the campaign?
No,
No?
but because we still had to print them.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, they arrived when we said they would, and the 2 books that we had delays on, we were right there telling people, okay, this is why it's delayed, this is what's going on, and it was, usually there's a shipping thing, and you have no control over that when it hits the boat,
So, I don't know. It's just, I think the big change for us, because we were doing really good, as I said, 4 years ago, was the landscape change for promotion. There were no more podcasts, there were no more websites, there were no more conventions, or at least any that weren't woke and hostile. It's like, how the hell do you promote?
I think a lot of people that were indie at that time frame, you're right. Like, when I would go to SDCC, the Artists Alley got smaller and smaller,
Yeah.
to the
Well,
point where
actually,
it was. Oh, go ahead.
see, but that doesn't even matter because we were on the main floor.
Oh, so you guys were actually dead center.
We were doing well enough that we were on the main floor.
Mm-hmm.
How did I never come across you guys in all the years that I've been going to Comic-Con? Like, I would have ran to your booth. I seriously, I think just maybe the flood of people, like, I missed
Yeah.
so much. I really did.
Well, when at least when we were picked up by Archaea, Archaea was always parking itself right next door to Marvel. So, I mean, yes, from a positioning standpoint, that makes sense. But that's starting to almost get into the Lucas black hole of death, where you just didn't want to be in that section unless you had a reason to be there. So.
It would be nice if a convention could come around that was a smaller convention where a bunch of smaller artists would get together. Like, honestly, make it like, it wouldn't be on the same scale as SDCC that was back in the day, but just enough where artists can be there to showcase, that the comic book stores can come back and just sell their goods. I think we need a lot more conventions that are like that again, to reintroduce people to good comics, and
Well,
not
I think
just the. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Well, no, what I was going to say, so I think what we really need is a comics community that actually wants new, good content rather than just being pissed off that their
Oh,
old comics
absolutely.
suck. I mean, yeah, it's fun to rip on Squirrel Girl. It's fun to do an adventure and it's an awful on stuff. But ultimately, that's still bitching about the fact that our old comics have been hijacked and they suck ass. And that's one of the reasons WORDCRAFT, by the way, you all should be following WORDCRAFT if you aren't. The link's in the description. And there's a new night editor that has been posted today in which Kat is freaking hilarious in. So if you haven't watched it yet, you really should go over there, subscribe, hit the bell thing and all that stupid shit, and watch Kat's episode because it's fucking hilarious.
I recorded it yesterday.
And it's everything she learned about writing from MST3K.
Well, not everything, just 3 things.
Okay, Dark Stranger, about Professor Geek's book. I lettered the first chapter, yes. As for the status of the delivery, I couldn't tell you. Professor's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. I've never. The guy's honest. If something went wrong, either the book has not yet hit American shores, which unfortunately is entirely possible right now.
Could be in a holding pattern.
Yeah,
off
it could
the
still be
coast.
sitting in a boat off the coast of Long Beach, or something else happened. But you know what I would say is write to him directly. He'll get back to you. Okay, I will, JC. Exactly. That is what WordCraft is for, is to get writers and artists, or writers who are doing prose or comics that need attention. That's one of the main things that I'm going to start focusing on more and more, is getting the word out, because no one else is doing it. And yeah, you want stuff that isn't woke? We're gonna find it for you, damn it. Oh, you still need to put the link about the titty woman that Ginell talked about.
Yes, put the link for Pissant Apocalypse. That is a really good
Okay,
story.
I'll be right back.
His
Like-
apocalypse?
Yes, seriously, talking about new comics, that is a good story so far. I mean, from the beginning, the first panel, like, it has you hooked. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I have to know more. That's seriously what my first reaction was when I saw it posted on Instagram, and I've been reading each post ever since when he puts one up, because I want to know what's going to happen. And the art is fantastic. I love it.
Wow.
It's got this, like, it's really brightly colored, but not garish like that flag that you put up, but like bright enough it pops. There, you can tell there's a reason why it's popping. The characters are designed in such a way that you want to know why they look like that. What is, like, there is a story behind these characters. You want to know what it is about. I mean, gosh, I could just heap so much praise, but I'm afraid I would give away the story for people who haven't read it yet. But just it's great, and it's got a nice twisted sense of humor in the way that the drawings are and the story behind it, and just some of the characters, they seem so absurd, and I mean not absurd in a bad way, but it's just like, oh my god, this person is like a complete douche. This is great. I need to know more.
Okay. JC says, I threw it up there before. I did it as an Inktober project, part 2 of a story I'm doing. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I need to. You'll have to forgive me. I legitimately don't know if I'm following you or not. I need to go track that down. Oh, I'm terrible. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't feel terrible.
right.
I still need to be following people. Here I am, like, complaining once every Monday that I need new material to read, and then I don't go and follow fast enough.
Well, I made the really, really hard decision to hard decision. Oh, it was so hard and so painful.
It was too big.
It was too big. It was Twitter. Might as well be called, talking cock, Okay. No, I had to dust off my Twitter account today. I had hoped I could, never, ever, ever in a million years return to that, but
That horrible hellhole.
But it was listening to Fiona actually talk about how, if you want to promote, if you want people to see you, if you want to get to know where other people are doing promotions, Twatter is where it's at. And so if you've seen me posting lately on Twitter, that is why. I will warn you, for my sanity, I'm trying very hard just to stick to posts. There are other social medias that you can talk to me on, Instagram being the main one. But basically it's don't expect me to reply if you make a comment on Twitter. Instagram is where I respond.
Yeah, at least Instagram is much nicer. I enjoy seeing pictures of people's food and artwork.
Yes.
And puppies.
People's food. Oh, thank you, JEC. It's at Night Editor, all one word, KNI, GHT editor for my Instagram.
Let's make JEC a moderator so he can post links, because you all should be looking at his art. And
Yes.
I'll be upfront. I mean, if I could drop everything, and I do mean drop everything today, because I've got a boob book to finish. If I could just drop everything today, I would probably just give JC money and say, please draw Kami Slayer.
That is praise indeed.
Yeah, I think that JC doing Kami Slayer would be excellent.
It would be a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yes.
Okay, add moderator.
Yes, he is now a moderator. There we go.
You have been wrenched.
No, say it perverse.
Hey, JC, you have now been wrenched. And it's really big and full of torque.
As we're waiting for JC to post that link, how about you read this?
Torque. Oh, okay. Instead of twerking, it's torquing.
Yeah, torquing.
Torquing. Okay. Ishi has put. Are you sharing the screen or no?
No.
Okay. Ishi has thrown at me a book description to read. It is entitled.
Oh, no. Let it be a surprise.
Oh, I can't read the title. Oh, you want this to be a surprise, huh? Is it a big surprise?
Well, read the description.
Okay. Lucy never thought she'd get to meet the Kraken Man, much else fall in love with him. Now, it's an accident when the kindergarten teacher slips and falls into his tank and into his arms and tentacles. From that moment on, the unexpectedly beautiful shapeshifter from the deep is all Lucy can think about. Gabe is an octomelion and imprisoned for 6 long years. I'm sorry, imprisoned for 6 long years in the aquarium. His crushing loneliness ends the day he rescues her, the female human struggling in his pool. Ancient rites of courtship and procreation awaken, along with something he never expected to feel: love.
Oh my God, Cthulhu porn.
It's called My Kraken Amore.
A shapeshifter tentacle erotica. Read all about Gabe and Lucy's passionate week together in this short romantic erotica.
Oh my God, all I can think of is Bible Black. All the tentacles.
Oh, that's not right. Ooh.
Okay, hold on. About to share the screen.
Oh God, my eyes are watering. Good Lord.
Once again, I'm going to say this before we move on to the graphic. If you have not subscribed to WORDCRAFT yet, go down, click the link, subscribe, hit the bell. We're going to dedicate ourselves to finding content that is good and isn't woke.
Yes.
And yes, content that is much like what I'm about to show you.
Yeah, because JEC's art is amazing. I had seen some of it, but not all of this, and I am definitely not following you, and that's bad on me.
Yep.
We can see your password login stuff.
I know.
Okay.
What is it making you? Why can't you just click? There you go.
Yeah, I guess I don't have an account. I thought I did.
Instagram?
Yeah.
No, you've never had an Instagram
Son of a
account.
bitch. Okay. Should we hide the screen and you can log in?
Oh, if I remember my login. That's the problem with technology. It remembers your passwords for you.
You don't remember?
I can probably figure it out.
Okay.
It's one of about 5 things.
Probably figure it out while I think of things to say.
Oh, fine. Now it doesn't
What?
Or is it if you scroll, it will?
See, if I try to click on an image.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
All right. So while Kat figures this out, I am going to say something I really feel that is necessary. Okay, why are we not further along in our career? Again, I state I think it's one. I just don't have the right personality for it. If you ever meet me in person, especially a few years ago, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I am a strange person. I always used to think it was a bit of an act till I actually saw myself on video. And I watched myself in various video interviews when the press started talking to me, or the comics press. And I realized, holy shit, it isn't an act. I really do come off as strange. And my eyes darting around, looking away. It's people find it disconcerting. And I think also in a lot of public situations.
Where's the JC link?
Just here. Should be like this. Oh, wait a minute. No. Okay, hold on. I'll do it. When it comes to public situations, I would often just come off as stiff or strange or weird. What would you say?
Yeah, or just especially in like convention situations, unless you knew you had to be professional and on right that very moment, you'd usually just say random things to people that you thought were funny, and that's not necessarily a good.
Yeah, that is a very bad habit. And also, it takes a certain type of person to be able to maneuver producers and Hollywood types, and for lack of a better term, the falsity of it all.
I want to follow.
Okay.
And follow back. Okay, good. Now I'm following JC. Yay. Okay.
And to be completely upfront, it wasn't until we started 01 and Kat became my promoter that things really, really started to take off for me. And then Trump got elected. And it all went away.
Well,
I wish that was a joke.
no, I would say the same thing. You would think that it was a joke, but no, everybody kind of went insane in 2016.
Seriously, this is could you imagine Commie Slayer in this style?
Well, the first time I saw this, when I was on Instagram, like I immediately wanted to know who is the hot chick in the literal purple cat suit. Like I want to know all about her. And I also want to know about the it looks like the astronaut with the guitar.
Yeah. Well, the whole image is fascinating. I mean, you've got the melting people, either they're melting or rising. It's hard to tell. You've got the classic monster rock band, the hot chick and the nerd chick.
I was thinking that was Josie and the Pussycats and Velma.
The Civil War zombies. I mean, the whole thing in itself is a mystery. You look at it, you have to look at it. You have to like explore the image. You just can't just take one look and say, okay, hot chick. No, there's a whole story there.
Mm-hmm.
The style is sharp. It's unique. It doesn't look like everything else. And if I had to compare it to anything, it really reminds me of that fine art of rock concert posters that used to exist from 1970 to about 1995.
Yeah.
Detroit Rock City. Like the Kiss posters and stuff, right?
And maybe a little bit of hot rod art. Well, here we go. Swamp dogs. Where's the dog? They came for power, carnage, and female flesh.
Today the swamp, tomorrow the world.
I'd see that movie or read that book.
It's got a nice grindhouse feel to it.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
it switches over to the movie poster. Oh yeah, there's the chick with the awesome tits.
Okay.
That one?
Now, this is cool.
Yeah, see the way I like how he's drawn them. You want to know, why is the yellow dude covered in bandages? Why is the pregnant chick in bondage gear?
I want to know why there's a jar of jelly beans.
Well, I could be wrong, but what I recall is he said a lot of it's just whatever comes to mind, or he likes making it as weird as possible, which I fully endorse.
Oh yeah, the weirder the better, in my opinion. But I really love how he draws her hair and the way it flows. Like that's one thing I really like about this character that he's drawn. The hair is just gorgeous.
So let's see.
Oh, wow.
Another thing that I would point out is you notice that the figure isn't stiff and the emotion is very convincing. One of the hardest things that I came across when working with other artists was making sure that the characters emoted off the page. And it was often why I often resorted to using photos of actors saying, okay, this expression as a reference. Suicide. I like that. Did we just get pulled off the air?
No,
Okay,
I don't think
good.
so.
I just went quiet for a minute, so I wasn't sure. Did we get
Oh,
pulled
no,
off the
I'm
air?
busy reading it again because I like it so much. If you put a comic in front of me that I like, you will lose me. Like, that's why I was quiet when you had your Catwoman stuff up, because I was too busy reading it. I'm notorious for that. If there's something that I like art-wise, comic book-wise, reading-wise, like, and it catches my eye, you've lost me. In fact,
Okay,
I used
see
to
this
get in
image
trouble.
here? See this image here? Now imagine Commie Slayer doing that to all those damn Antifa.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Who is it? The People's Prostitute. I would love to see that.
Oh God.
Was
Yes,
it
the
was it
prostitute.
Vosh gifted Karl Marx dildo?
Yeah, he gifted
Yeah.
her a Karl Marx dildo that had Karl Marx's head. It was called the Vanguard of the People. Okay, JC, you got to tell us when you're going to actually publish this. I want this in print. I want this on my shelf.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
Akira.
nice fan art. Very nice. And you kept it your style, but yet you can see the anime style in there.
Did you see the Alien 3 one that's next to it?
Nice. Excuse me.
Okay. Greedo. Speaking
Oh,
of
look at
hot
his
chicks.
Power Girl.
Oh, wait, where?
Right there in the middle. Right next to the
there we go.
second Doctor.
So yeah, I think we're gonna go silent if oh
Yeah, I
Paul
think
Atreides.
you're gonna lose us because we're gonna be too busy looking at the
Is that
artwork.
Vegeta as Paul Atreides?
Yeah. Oh, a sandworm, lovely. I'm so impressed. You're a giant worm. Not like I haven't seen 1,000 of those before.
Yeah.
So creative. Batman Year 100, I believe that was it.
Yes. Yeah, that's
I
Year 100.
loved this book. Way underrated. I don't know why anyone liked it. Didn't really care for it. I loved this book.
I don't think they got it, honestly.
Nudity. I better flip past that.
No, he's got little demon faces on there.
No.
I didn't see that one.
It's artwork. It should be allowed. If we can see David's penis, then we should be able to see boobs.
I agree,
Actually, just out of curiosity, are these all digitally painted, JC, or do you actually have physical art? I mean, so if anyone was like to say commission you for something to put on their wall, do you do that? And how much would that cost? And this looks strikingly familiar, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I love that Foxy Brown.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about this one. Points to anyone who actually knows what this is. But anyway.
Okay, I'm at a loss.
Do you care to explain? Oh, you don't remember either?
It looks so freaking familiar. I'm totally blanking.
Rat Finka Boo Boo?
Oh, yeah.
What
really
is this?
terrible.
Yeah, what is it?
It was a really terrible Batman, 1960s era Batman ripoff film that was trying to cash in.
Yeah.
Where they just weren't trying.
No.
They weren't even trying.
And it's called Rat Fink and Boo Boo.
Yes.
I must see this. Oh my goodness.
Although it's not as bad as Bat Pussy.
Yeah. Was it Brandon? Yeah, Brandon Tenold is the one that reviewed Rat Fink and Boo Boo.
I thought Cinema Snob did.
Nah.
No, okay.
Oh my gosh, speaking of cinema snob, that was a beautiful rabbit hole to fall under because as much as he was doing all the B films, I was more interested in listening to his reviews of porn.
Yes.
They were
Yes, his reviews of porn are hysterical, like Strokemon.
Oh, I see. The one I remember
I
was
am never going to
the
recover.
samurai sluts from outer space.
Yes.
No,
God, that's so good.
the one that damaged me was E.T., the German E.T. porn.
that one was
I did
pretty
not
bad.
need that to stain my eyes.
That one was pretty bad. No. Then there's the
Strokemon.
I don't remember what it was, but it was like SpongeBob SquareNuts or something like that.
Yeah.
And they even and I loved it because they even had in the pirate at the beginning and okay, I can't do pirate voice. I'm sorry, everyone, but it's like, "Arg, are you consenting adults ready for some wholesome porn?"
Hey,
awesome.
Harble, JC, Harble believes your style looks like Tomorrow People New Gods Jack Kirby.
Dude,
That is a massive compliment. I do see some Jack Kirby in there, definitely, but
that is praise indeed.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
The
God.
obvious for Kami Slayer would be to get somebody who can just do straight manga, but I kind of like the fact that this has its own personality. That it's, I don't think I need to explain that, and just the sheer bizarreness of his work. Just it's appealing to me. See, this is what I mean by rock posters. Does this not look like the kind of art you'd see on a concert poster?
See, I was thinking it reminds me of all the old Grindhouse films, and that's why I really like it.
I have no idea why, but I just thought doing a Clockwork Orange as a mashup with Tommy would be great.
That would be.
See, this is someone I'd like to get to know.
What is Max there?
Where?
Speaking of
On the
tentacles.
Oh, yeah, the Max, one of our favorites.
Yes.
Sadly, I have never read the Max. I have always wanted to, and every time I have an opportunity to get it, something comes up where my money needs to be diverted. It is something I've always wanted to watch. Or
I
not
would
watch, read.
recommend reading it, but if you don't have the time, at least watch the animated because it's almost a one-for-one reproduction of the comic series.
Yeah.
It doesn't complete the series, but it does get it to a stopping point. And it's one of the few things where I can say, yes, this is a near one-to-one translation and it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's how close it is.
This was back when MTV was still doing actual good animation, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very experimental in its animation too. I mean, there's a few things that didn't quite work, but no, it's great. And I would say, as far as the Max is concerned, I could do a whole episode on that. We could.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in college, read it in college, and got a lot out of it. But in recent years, knowing I've been doing all this research on Carl Jung, Campbell, and psychoanalysis, it was weird. I was reading all that stuff for the book I'm writing and about archetypes, and then I reread the Max for the same reason and realized, no, this is a lesson in understanding Jungian psychoanalysis and archetypes, and you don't even realize it. And in reading the Max again, I started thinking, okay, do I have in my own life parallels, things that I could say, okay, well, Julie has her Outback, Julie has Max. Are there things in my head that I can compare it to in a Jungian archetype way? And I do, and suddenly all that shit with my parents started falling together. That was how good it's written.
Damn, that you just sold me on it. I really want to get it now.
It is very well worth it. I will say it does meander a little bit around the third volume.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that it's, that it's bad. It's just the I've noticed that in manga at the halfway point it tends to slow to a crawl or meander or something like that, and that's because the writers either need time to write more or figure out what they're doing with the rest of the story, or they need extra time, so the plot tends to meander. it kind of did that.
Gotcha.
That's because he was trying to figure out how to end it.
Yeah.
And he even did 2 issues which were called Friends of Max, which were almost totally unrelated side stories.
Yeah.
As he tried to figure out how the hell he was going to end it.
Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind, because there's 6 volumes, or there's 3 omnibuses.
Yeah, there's 3 omnibuses.
And about the midpoint is where you get that meandering.
Okay.
That's
there's
awesome.
an image for you.
I'm imagining it with blue hair and bitch tits and saying, "I'm ma'am."
Okay, we'll jet back up to the top again.
We should leave it to everybody else's imagination. Everybody go follow JEC on Instagram.
Yes.
You will not be disappointed.
No, you will not.
Tell you the truth, I'm surprised he's not more popular already with the quality of this. But then we're in a weird time right now. Talent isn't being rewarded.
Go up to the top so people can see his name, so that they know what to look for. There we go.
James Edward Clark, Man of Action. Okay, do I leave it here or? All right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So anyway, who killed that tiger?
I believe it was the yellow dude with the bandages. Or no, maybe it was the chick with the hot tits. I can't remember.
JC, I'm going to make a zine out of it, like the Arthur and Boom Boom one I sent you. Those are $50 commissions. You get a set of zines when you order. Dude, cool.
I don't know. I was looking at like the one he did of Alien and a few others.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, one of those would look great up in the kitchen, don't you think?
Yeah.
You've seen our kitchen, Ginell, so you know what I mean by that. We've got kind of
rad.
We've got kind of a bizarre 50s retro Fallout kitchen that we're putting together.
Yeah, your kitchen looks straight out of a Fallout game. I really liked it.
Giant shelf full of wind-up robots and rubber monsters or plastic toy monsters.
You know, I should make us one of those Fallout lunch boxes and put on a shelf somewhere.
Sure. I thought you were going to make Nuka-Colas.
Yeah, I am gonna make a Nuka-Cola. I am totally.
You were going to make a Nuka-Cola nightlight.
Yeah.
Actually, I have the Fallout cookbook from Bethesda, and I have the recipes to make all the different Nuka-Colas and all the drinks, like the Dirty Wastelander.
Nice.
One of my favorite recipes that I make for Steve and I a lot is the mystery meat stew, which is literally spicy chili. It's so good. I make it I'll make double, sometimes triple batch, and then we'll freeze it because we love it so much. And I've also made the Yao Guai roast, which is actually leg of lamb. But yeah, I highly recommend getting that book if you are a fan of Fallout, because the fact that it gives you the recipes on how to make Nuka-Cola, Nuka-Cola Quantum, Nuka Cherry.
Well, she was promising making a nightlight as a Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Yeah.
So that when we wandered in the kitchen at night, we'd have this thing glowing with like an LED in it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I need to do that. Actually, all I need is a bottle.
Okay, JW Champagne says Rat Fink, made by the same people who made Wild World of Batwoman. Was it Raban?
No, it wasn't. It was a different Rat Fink.
Oh, okay.
Because the Rat Fink from World World of Batwoman, he had kind of a ski mask with a hat.
I actually kind of like that movie for reasons.
Oh, you like it that it's got the same guy from Giant Spider Invasion in it.
That too. You know, the weird thing is, what was it? The mayor, or who was he? The one that hires Batwoman to help find who stole the atomic hearing aid.
Yeah, the one who comes to the house and watches the women wrestling.
Right.
Yeah, that was the dude from
Giant Spider Invasion. But what's interesting about that actor, right, is you see him in a lot of B movies from the 70s on.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1940s and 50s, he was actually a known talent who played a lot. He played usually criminals and thugs and bad guys in noir films. And he is in a very famous film called Out of the Past with Mitchum.
Yes, I'd totally forgotten about that.
Like, holy crap.
So,
weird fact.
We watch a lot of movies.
I need to watch more movies. Steve's a filmophile. He was a man. I told you that he was a manager of a movie theater for years, right? For Pacific Theaters. So I saw a
No.
ton of free movies. Yeah, when we first started dating, he was the manager of, I believe it was Grossmont Trolley. And so I saw a ton of movies while he worked for Grossmont.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But yeah,
You're still
he
screen sharing.
I know.
Okay.
like we
I
went and
am
saw
well
the
aware.
Star Wars films for free, all the Matrix films, like everything.
Nice.
So you got the better deal of the Matrix films then, because you didn't pay for them.
Yeah. We didn't have to pay for them, but we always paid for concessions because the theater made its money off concessions. The ticket sales were for the studios, so we always paid concessions for the theater.
Okay, Fizz
That's
Chozo,
nice.
you right. Why would you make a sexual version of the Max? Now, I don't know when you read the Max, but I would recommend you go back and read it because the Leopard Queen
Mm-hmm.
is very much a sexual ideal and representation of Julie's sexuality
Mm-hmm.
and the trauma that she suffered from a rape and recovery. In fact, sex and trauma is all over that book as the subtext. So actually, that is not an inaccurate representation at all.
I just don't remember Julie being that
She didn't have
bootylicious.
no. She didn't have. She looked more like a Frazetta character. She didn't
Yeah.
quite have the booty.
No.
In the Max, there's two worlds. One is essentially called the Outback, which is kind of the dream world that exists inside this woman's head, Julie,
Mhm.
and it's all in Jungian symbols. And then there's the real world. And because of a twist of events, her and Max keep falling in and out between the two worlds, between the symbolic world inside her mind and the real world. And in the dream world, she is represented as kind of her ideal, which is the Leopard Queen, which is a very Frazetta-esque jungle goddess type. But as things start going wrong in her head, the character starts getting darker and darker. And her hair goes black and she starts becoming very creepy and shadowy.
And emaciated.
Yeah. And
man, I
as
really
she
wanna read this
recovers,
book.
and then as she recovers, she kind of returns back to her glory as the jungle or the Leopard Queen.
You see Harble?
No.
He says the is a spirit animal.
I always kind of wondered what the hell the is really was supposed to represent.
Between the white and the black is?
Well, in the when they slipped over into reality, they were black, but in the dream world, they were white.
I kept now this may not be what he was intending, but I always kept thinking of them like in the book The Never-Ending Story by Michael Ende, where the creatures of Fantastica, when they get swallowed by the nothing, they pop out in our world as lies. And that's what I thought the is were.
Well, the Never-Ending Story definitely does work on a Jungian basis as well.
Mm-hmm.
Of the two worlds, of the symbolic dream world, the language of the subconscious,
Mm-hmm.
and then reality.
I really like this drawing. Now, in the Max, isn't it when he flips out into the real world, he ends up a homeless schizophrenic guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Except I can't tell you, it'll ruin it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, there was a major fuck up in time and space caused by Julie, and I can't tell you anymore.
I think I might order that book tonight because I really, the way you got what you have told me so far, and then looking at this artwork, I just want to read it now.
Well, I'll do another comparison. Okay, you know how I say I'm haunted by gray aliens.
Yeah.
And that they don't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
And read the comment.
Fizz Chozo, they make you hate Mr. Gon, but at the same time, he's still an actual character and not a caricature. Yes.
Well,
very
the interesting
much so.
thing is that Mr. Gon is the antagonist at the beginning, and he's a rapist and he's a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
But as time goes by, he, as a symbol and as a dream figure, becomes her guide and actually is the one that forces her to walk out of the darkness.
Wait. People haven't read it.
Oh, sorry. Okay. There was a parallel with the Greys haunting me.
Well, how about we save that for another show, and that way we can splash spoiler alert all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. SC is good. Phantom Blood is bland. I like Battle Tendency. I don't even know what that is. Okay.
I think they're talking about anime or manga. Well, Phantom Blood and Stardust Crusaders? I don't know.
Well, anyway.
You guys are kind of starting to lose me because it's 8:30.
Yeah.
It's getting close to my bedtime.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You know,
would
it's
love to
okay.
keep
You know
talking.
what? We went on for a half hour longer than we usually do because
We're
I don't know.
having
We
too
were
much
having a good
fun.
time, and yeah, well, you know,
And we miss you all.
we don't get to socialize enough. Seriously, we just don't. So,
Well, we all live in different parts of the country and different parts of the world. This is like the only time we ever all really get to hang out together.
yeah.
Is when you guys are
Exactly.
doing a stream.
So one more time, go down into the description, click WORDCRAFT. The link is right there, and subscribe to the channel. Then go watch Kat's Night Editor video. It's funny, seriously. And if you're a writer, you really, really need to watch it.
And speaking of which, Night Editor is a Q&A. If you have questions about writing, what's good, what's bad, or even really weird random questions. Some of my old Night Editor episodes, I answer weird questions like pineapple on pizza, yes or no. Go ahead and ask those questions. I will answer them.
Did you get the same question every Busty Girl gets when they do Q&As?
Which was?
Your bra size?
No, I did not actually.
Wow, so our listeners are more respectful.
Yeah, I did not get that question.
Well, I'm surprised. Now you're going to get it.
Oh, probably.
All right. Well, good night. Hey, thank you, Ricky. And good night, everyone.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.